Did you know that 99% of women over 60 are gradually losing their balance without even realizing it? And the most heartbreaking part is, they only notice when they've already hit the floor. Not because of illness, not because of an accident, but because of tiny daily habits, seemingly harmless, repeated over time. Habits that slowly take away their steadiness, their freedom, and their confidence. Losing balance isn't just about feeling wobbly. It's the gateway to falls, fractures, long hospital stays, and the scariest of all, losing the ability to live independently. But here's the good news. You can change that. With just a few small adjustments, you can begin to feel more grounded, more secure, more free every single day. In today's video, we'll uncover 6 common mistakes that older women often make. Mistakes that silently chip away at your balance. But more importantly, we'll talk about how to fix them safely, gently, and effectively. You're watching Life in Words, a place where we share insights to help you stay strong, capable, and joyful at any age. Tell us in the comments, where are you watching from? Your city or country? We read every single one with deep appreciation. And if you believe that strength and dignity don't fade with age, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We'd love to walk this journey with you. Mistake number 1, wearing the wrong shoes. Let's start with where every step begins: your feet. You might not notice it, but the shoes you wear each day are quietly shaping how steady you feel. Deborah, age 69, from Kansas City, had always loved her old flat shoes. Soft, easy to slip on, light, perfect for walking around the house. But one afternoon, while crossing her living room, the tip of her shoe caught on the edge of a rug. In a split second, she fell forward onto the hardwood floor. She didn't break a bone, but the fall left her shaken, and it made her take a hard look at the shoes she had trusted for years. As we age, our feet change. The arches flatten. The padding under our heels thins out. Joints become less stable. The shoes that once felt like old friends, slippers, worn-out sneakers, thin ballet flats, can quietly become dangerous. Deborah decided to make a change. She switched to a pair with a firm sole, slip-resistant grip, and light ankle support. At first, it felt unfamiliar, but within days, she noticed something she hadn't felt in a while: confidence with every step, even inside her own home. These days, there are plenty of supportive shoes that look modern and stylish. They don't scream weakness, they whisper care. They say, "I'm looking out for myself." That small difference changes how you move, how you stand, how you feel. So take a look at your footwear. Are your feet truly being supported? If you're still wearing soft slippers around the house, leave a comment with the number 1. If you've already made the switch to supportive shoes, go ahead and type 2. You might be surprised how many others are on the same journey. One small change, a proper pair of shoes, can help you prevent a fall, protect your independence, and bring steady ground back into your daily life. Your feet will thank you, and so will your future. Now let's move on to a mistake that doesn't seem related to balance, but is actually one of its biggest foundations: not building muscle strength. Mistake number 2, skipping strength training. Many people think strength training is for the young, for gym goers in tight clothes chasing muscles. But here's the truth. Muscle doesn't care how old you are. It just wants to be used. And if you ignore it, it quietly slips away. Joanne, 73, from Sacramento, had always felt healthy. But one morning, she sat down on a low chair and couldn't get up, without using both arms to push herself. She was startled. A few years ago, this would have been easy. Now it felt like a struggle. After age 50, women can lose up to 1% of muscle mass each year, even more if they stay inactive. It happens slowly, so quietly, you might not notice, until one day your knee wobbles stepping off a curb, or you pause midway through lifting a grocery bag. That's not just aging, that's your muscles saying, "I need help." Joanne started small, 2 light hand weights, a few minutes while watching TV. Then came simple movements, wall push-ups, chair squats, heel lifts, just 10 to 15 minutes a day, and she felt the change. Her legs stopped trembling. Her arms felt steadier. But most importantly, her confidence returned. Strength training isn't about looking toned. It's about catching yourself when you stumble, crossing the street without fear, standing tall not to impress others, but because your own body is holding you up. If it's been a while since you've done anything to build strength, comment with the number 3. And if you've already started even with something small, your story could encourage someone else to begin. Strength training doesn't take away your freedom. It gives it back. It's never too late to begin. Next, we're going to explore a factor most people completely overlook: your eyesight and how quietly it affects your balance every single day. Mistake number 3, ignoring vision changes. Most people think balance is all about the legs, but in truth, it's your eyes that lead the way. And when vision changes even slightly, your stability can be at risk. Barbara, 70 years old from Phoenix, always believed her eyes were still fine. She could read books, watch TV, see her grocery list. She thought there was nothing to worry about. Until one night, she got up quietly to use the bathroom, not wanting to wake her husband. She didn't turn on the light. Her eyes didn't adjust fast enough. She caught the edge of a rug and went down hard on her knee. The injury wasn't serious, but the bruise lasted a week, and the fear lasted even longer. The next morning, Barbara scheduled an eye exam, her first in over 5 years. The results were clear. Her glasses were outdated, her peripheral vision had declined, and her ability to see in low light had gotten worse. She received new glasses with anti-glare lenses and better indoor contrast. And suddenly, the world looked sharper again. She could see edges of rugs, shadows under furniture, curves in dim lighting, things that had silently disappeared over time. What many people don't realize is that vision loss creeps in quietly. Little by little, it changes how you move, how you judge distance, how you respond to small hazards. One missed step, one shadow you didn't catch. That's all it takes for a fall that could change your life. When was your last eye exam? If it's been more than 2 years, comment with the number 4. Let it be a reminder to yourself and to others. Keep your glasses clean. Replace scratched lenses. Add light to dark corners in your home. And most importantly, make that appointment. Clear vision isn't just about seeing better. It's about moving through your home and through your day with confidence and safety. Now let's talk about another hidden factor. Something you trust every day, but might not question: your medication. Mistake number 4, not paying attention to medication side effects. Sometimes, the reason you feel unsteady doesn't come from your legs. It comes from inside, from the pills you take every day, hoping they'll help you feel better. Gloria, age 74, from Chicago, was always careful with her medications. She used a weekly pill box, never missed a dose, took everything on time. But one morning, as she stood up from her sofa, she felt dizzy. She grabbed the edge of the table and brushed it off. Probably just hunger, she thought. But a few days later, it happened again. Stronger this time. She stumbled into the kitchen counter, shaken. She looked at her new blood pressure medication. Right there on the label it said, may cause dizziness, lightheadedness, or loss of balance. That's when she realized her body wasn't reacting the way it used to. Not like it did at 50 or even 60. As we age, our bodies process medicine more slowly. The same dose can hit harder. And when you take multiple prescriptions, even over-the-counter pills or supplements, side effects can overlap. They can cloud your thinking, sap your energy, or cause you to misstep without knowing why. Gloria wrote down everything she was taking: prescriptions, vitamins, supplements. She brought the list to her doctor. He adjusted the dose on one medication, changed the time she took another, and removed one unnecessary supplement. Within days, the dizziness faded. She felt more stable, more in control. What made Gloria's story powerful wasn't just that she fixed the problem. It was that she asked the right questions. She listened to her body, and she spoke up. If you've ever felt strange or off after taking medication, comment with the number 5. You're not alone, and your concern matters. You deserve to feel healthy. but you also deserve to feel safe. And if that means reviewing your medications, it might be one of the wisest decisions you ever make. Next, we'll look at something that may seem harmless, but it's often a hidden trap: holding onto furniture instead of using a cane. Mistake number 5. Relying on furniture instead of using a cane. There's a kind of independence that many older women try to protect. It's the belief that using a cane means weakness. So instead, they grab walls, chairs, or tables, anything within reach just to stay steady. Janet, 76, from Denver, was one of them. She always said, "I'm fine." And when she felt wobbly, she would reach for a wall or the edge of a chair. She didn't want to feel like she needed help. But one day, she was carrying a laundry basket from the kitchen to the living room. Both hands were full, no hands free to grab anything. She tripped over the edge of a rug and nearly fell. That moment changed everything. The table wasn't there when she needed it. The wall wasn't close enough. Janet made a choice. She bought herself a cane. Not just any cane, a lightweight one, with a floral print and a soft grip. Something that felt like her. And to her surprise, she didn't feel weaker. She felt stronger. She felt steady. She felt free. She no longer had to pretend to be okay. She was actually okay. Each step became less about fear and more about confidence. The truth is, sometimes, in trying to prove we don't need support, we put ourselves at risk. Using a cane doesn't mean giving up. It means choosing safety. It means choosing freedom. If you've ever reached for a wall or piece of furniture just to stay upright, comment with the number 6. You're not alone, and you deserve tools that help you feel safe and strong. There's no shame in being prepared. In fact, it's something to be proud of. Now let's look at one last habit, and this might be the most important one of all, because it's something your body still remembers, even if you haven't practiced it in years. Mistake number 6, avoiding balance exercises. Some people think balance is something you're born with. You either have it or you don't. But the truth is, balance is a skill, and like any skill, if you don't use it, you lose it. Elaine, 70, lives alone in Seattle. She still cooked for herself, tended her garden, and ran her own errands. On the outside, things seemed fine. But lately, she felt nervous on the stairs, uneasy stepping into the tub. Not sure why, but something felt off. One day, she joined a local senior wellness class. The instructor, a woman her age, asked everyone to try standing on one foot for 10 seconds. Elaine tried. She made it to about 5. Her legs shook. She smiled politely. But deep inside, she knew something had changed. That night, she looked up balance exercises. Nothing fancy, just the basics. Standing on one foot next to a chair, walking heel to toe across the room, shifting her weight side to side. Just 5 to 10 minutes a day. Nothing intense, but the change came fast. After 2 weeks, she felt steadier getting out of bed. She stopped holding the wall in the hallway. And one morning, she caught herself dancing in the kitchen to her favorite old song. Balance, like memory, strength, or flexibility, can fade over time, but it can also come back. Even at 60, even at 80, you don't need a gym. You don't need fancy equipment, just a safe space and a little time. And most importantly, the belief that it's worth it. If you've never tried a balance exercise before, comment with the number 7. Let this be your starting point. Don't wait for a fall to think about balance. Make it part of your routine like brushing your teeth. Because the more steady you feel, the more confident you live. And that is the kind of freedom you truly deserve. Now, let's take a moment to bring everything together, to reflect on what we've learned and why each step forward truly matters. Conclusion. A fall isn't just the moment you hit the ground. It's everything that comes after: losing your confidence, losing your ability to care for yourself, and sometimes losing the sense that you're still you. But here's what matters most. It doesn't have to be that way. The 6 mistakes we talked about today, from the wrong shoes to skipping strength training, ignoring vision changes, overlooking medication side effects, relying on furniture, and avoiding balance exercises, they're not life sentences. They're wake-up calls. They're gentle reminders that you can take control, you can choose to protect your balance, your freedom, your dignity. Maybe that means switching your shoes, or picking up a cane that suits your style, or doing 5 minutes of balance practice beside your chair. None of these changes are hard, but together, they can rewrite your story. You can stand taller, walk steadier, live bolder. Growing older doesn't mean fading. It means refining, becoming sharper, more aware, more intentional. And every time you choose to care for your body, your balance, your well-being, you're choosing more days of freedom, more moments of peace, more memories waiting to be made. So now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 6 mistakes surprised you the most? Or maybe there's one you need to work on? Leave a comment with the number below. Let's start a real conversation. And if this video was helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone you care about, and most importantly, subscribe to Life in Words. We're building a community of strong, smart, and empowered women, and we'd be honored to have you with us on this journey. Take care of yourself today, because your future self is already thanking you.